Well, I definitely learned a lot this year. You start at one position and you're really focusing on that. Then you get bumped up to another, and then all of a sudden you and somebody else, Ryan, are running the show. And it was challenging. It was stressful. It's a different kind of stress when you put your life and the jeopardy of your livelihood in other people's hands, and you're trying to do the best to your ability. Right now, with this organization, we're trying to build something special here. And we talked about our record. Yes, it was 6-12, but you were not in that locker room week in and week out. With all the distraction that this team had to deal with, guys played for one another. And they played for one another without a vision because we had different head coaches. But the guys in that locker room took advantage of it. They took ownership of the things they've learned over the years, and they made it work. And yes, our record was 6-12, but they played offense, defense, special teams. When we struggled, they played for one another. Now we have a group in place that's going to have a vision for these guys, and I'm excited because they're going to come out and play for a reason now. And we're going to develop that vision, and we're going to move forward, and we're going to have success. Jim Pop's going to be our leader. Some people may like it, some people may not. There was a point in my career, people wanted to make a change. But they stayed status quo with the vision. That vision was from our owner, Mr. Bob Wettenhall. It was from Jim Pop saying, no, all this experience that Anthony has gained is going to help us get over this hump. We're in that same situation right now with Jim. Everything he's dealt with as a general manager and a head coach is going to help us have success in the future. We believe in him. The players believe in him. And we're going to move forward. Now for us offensively, shoot, I'm excited. I'm very excited because we built something special here. And now, like I told the guys, on the offensive side of the ball, it's about competition. It's about not being entitled. I'm sick and tired of guys coming in believing that they belong here. No, it is a privilege to play for this football team, and it is our responsibility as coaches to challenge them, to push them past their limits, to let them know, like, listen, you got to trust us, and I know that doesn't come overnight, but they are going to be pushed, and we're going to push them offensively, and we're going to challenge them physically and mentally, and competition is going to be high. That's the way I've learned it here over the years, and that's the way we've been successful. And that's not going to change for us on offense. The players brought out something out of me that I haven't seen in a long time. Like I said, when you're trying to figure out your role as a coach, you're trying to figure out how to get your point across, sometimes you got to jump on them, and sometimes you got to emphasize that point. And I've learned that this year. I've learned a lot. The one thing I did learn coming out of this whole process is not to keep my mouth shut. I failed Turk Schornert. I really did. As a young coach, you're trying to find your way, trying to figure out when to challenge him and let him know, listen, you might want to look at it this way. Where I just said, you know what, if he's not going to listen, I'm not going to give him any more information. Well, that's not the case anymore. The only way that I'm going to grow as a coach, the only way we're going to get better as a coaching staff is we have to speak our mind. And that goes for the players as well. And if they don't believe in what we're doing, then we're going to have a discussion. But there's going to be a platform for them to speak up. But know this, we're going to have a vision. And if they're not on that vision, they're not going to play, period. And they ain't going to be coming in here thinking that they're entitled, because that is over.